Now friends, now we discuss about his life and his miserable. We move forward about his early life. So we have to say that why should we have to write down the 1560 or 59? There was no authentic proof about his birth date and his birth date. They are the uncertain. We can use a chocus. That's why we have to rarely find out in any historical book. Daniel Defoe was born in 1660. We just fix one date. 1660. And there was no question. He was born in London. We say about that. He was born in London. His father was James Foy and mother is Annie Foy. His father was very, you can say that, prosperous tradesman. Prosperous, or we can use the prosperous that is samrudh. We can also use the word wealthy tradesman. He can also join in the business of the trading. And later on, because he was belong to the wealthy family, Daniel Defoe get his school education in the church. He get his school education in the church, and then he can also join in his father's business of trading. He was also and he can also get. He married with Mary Tuffley. Mary Tuffley is the daughter of the very rich or wealthy person. Even that during the time there was $3,900 in the dowry. Dowry, DOWRAY. Dowry એટલે મિત્રો દહેજ કહે છે ને, દહેજ આપણે કહીએ છીએ. Dowry is the stigma of the society. આમ તો દહેજ એ કલંક છે સમાજનું. પણ here during that time whenever our Daniel Defoe married with Mary Tuffley, his father gave the, you can say that, bulk wealth or bulk money in the dowry. And these couples, the happy married couple, has 8 children. 8 children. Okay, we have just, about, dear friends, here we have to write down the short note. So just we have to, because for your sake of your knowledge, I mentioned his father names, his other details. But whenever we write down the short note, that doesn't require to write down this kind of detail too much about, because we focus on his contribution mostly as a first part, and second as a contribution in the field of literature, as a writer, as a novelist, what he contributed in the development of the novel or the rise of the novel. We have to most focus on that. And here he has children. What is the, I discuss about that. His life has fallen down. Suddenly there was we can say that sometimes his life was a rise, sometimes his life was a fallen. Because he also, due to that, he can, in the business laws, he can take the credit from the number of the people. That's why he have to, for that, he have to sentence in the prisons, or due to his charges as a spy. Many times he even in the, we can say that, in the prison or the cell. And that's why his certainty, even he died in the hiding place, because he hid himself from the debater, from whom he has character, from whom he has kept the debates. એ મૃત્યુ પર છુપાઈને થયું હતું, કારણ કે જે લોકો પાસેથી એને દેવું પૈસા લીધા હતા કેરેક્ટર પાસેથી, and to hide himself from that persons. And finally she died in 1731. Now his contribution, and due to the for to hide himself from the debater, it is said about that he used the 198 pen name. He always change the name. Whenever he change the place, he can change his name. Somebody says, what is your name? So he says Martin. Somewhere he says John. Somewhere he can say Ben. Somewhere he says Samuel. And in this way, he can use 198 pen name, because he want to hide himself from the debaters or characters. જેના પાસે દેવું લીધું હતું એ લોકો પાસે બધાને છુપાવવા માટે again and again he can change, because he has the charge also the spy, jasus, detective. Barabar? He was that was okay. Now his contribution, his Daniel Defoe is called the real beginner of the novel, and that's why in your syllabus, even that we have to discuss about in later on, but it was the first one, acquaintance, and the first novel, first acquaintance is Daniel Defoe. He is called the real beginner of the novel because that time of the rise of the novel was the beginning, and that time he can write down because he gave the more important on the episode or narration rather than characterization. And his most, we can say, masterpiece work of art or novel is Robinson Crusoe. The name is sometimes very adventurous. You know about that? नाम is क्यों हम साहसिक लगते हो? Robinson Crusoe. It is the name is also the Robinson Crusoe, and that novel was written in an episodic narrative. You friend remember that first person narration, direct narrative. We can discuss about James Joyce and Virginia Woolf, that we discuss the stream of consciousness, because that whenever you study the unit 1, novel as a form of literature, and second topic is different method of narration, and that was these are the method employed by the novelist, and these are the one is the episodic. Just you remember that in the TV serial what is going on, and we also discuss about that in the paper 5. We also discuss about it in a paper 5. Yes, those are the plot and that time theme. It was an episodic narrative. And Robinson Crusoe is a story of a person who becomes the victimized of the shipwreck. Shipwreck કેવું સાદી ભાષામાં shipwreck એટલે જહાજ તૂટી જવું. There was one ship was going in the travel in a sea, and due to the storm the ship was broken or wrecked, and a person Robinson who can save his life, and he reached to an unknown, we can say that unknown island. Tapu island means અજાણ્યા ટાપુ પર જઈ જાય, and here he passed to save his life. That was a deserted island, no one on there, and to save his life he passed, Robinson Crusoe passed the 28 years on the island, and here there was he can face the number of the difficulty, and through his adventures he can come out from the difficulty, and those are the adventure was narrated in episode way in Robinson Crusoe, and this was the best novel of that. And here he used how to write. That was the number of the demerit of the novel, but there is something that we can always attract to the reader, because dear friend, it is said about that it was a credit of the Daniel Defoe. After the Bible is the holy book of the Christianity. After the Bible, only the Robinson Crusoe of Daniel Defoe is translated in number of the languages. First is the Bible was translated in number of the languages in the world, and second is the Daniel Defoe's novel, adventurous novel Robinson Crusoe was translated in the number of the languages, and it is the credit goes to the Daniel Defoe's writing, and it is the great contribution of dear friend Daniel Defoe. And his most famous novel is, here we can write down about it, the history of the life of famous Moll Flanders. Moll Flanders is a story of, we can say that here we can use the words war, W-H-O-R. Gujarati, it was banned the word in that. You cannot use that word. It was abuse for the woman, and he can put the charges on the. He can also draw it in the court. He also put the charges in the. You can say that police station about that words in Gujarati we can use for the woman. હવે અત્યારે નિયમ બની ગયા છે કે વોર એટલે ગુજરાતીમાં એના માટે વેશ્ય શબ્દ વાપરે, પણ આ શબ્દ હવે તમે કોઈ સ્ત્રી માટે વાપરો તો એ સ્ત્રી તમને કોર્ટમાં ઘસડી શકે છે, તો એ સ્ત્રી તમને જેલ પણ પુરાવી શકે. દેટ વોટ વોઝ બેન્ડ બાય ધ ગવર્નમેન્ટ. આ શબ્દ પર પ્રતિબંધ મૂકવામાં આવ્યો. ઇટ વોઝ ઇન્સલ્ટિંગ, and it was we can say the evidence of the existence of woman. આ સ્ત્રીના અસ્તિત્વનો નકારવું એના માટે આ શબ્દ ઉપયોગ ગણાય છે, એટલા માટે આના પર પ્રતિબંધ મૂકવામાં આવે, જે રીતે અનટચેબલ ધ વર્ડ્સ તમે અનટચેબલ અસ્પૃશ્ય એવા શબ્દો તમે કરી શકો ને એને કાયદાકીય રીતે તમને સજા થઈ શકે. ઇન ધ સેમ વે